Hey everyone, Georgia Henneberry here alongside James Hinchcliffe. We have just wrapped up 2 days of IndyCar Open testing ahead of the Indianapolis 500 here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. James, a lot happened over the course of the last 2 days. Let's start with the not so good, I would say. Let's start with Kyle Larson, Takuma Sato today.
Yeah, tough break for both of these drivers, finding the wall. Kyle's, look, his was a pretty innocent mistake, qualifying sim. Looks like he just picked up some understeer and didn't quite get out of the throttle soon enough. It wasn't a massive hit, but obviously enough to do damage. You know, that first contact with turn one, not too bad. Slid all the way to the turn two wall to kind of just further cement the issues with the car. Team deciding to not try to fix it. Let's go back to the shop, make sure everything's perfect before we come back in May. Unfortunately for Takuma, a little bit more of a serious collision. Again, during a qualifying sim, I think he had just clocked one of the fastest laps that we saw all day. Lost it in turn one. It was a catch and a correction, and then up in the dirt and completely went around. Absolutely totaled that car, which had been so quick, not just on its own, but also in traffic.
And that was a hard hit. He said he was okay, but he said he was going to be sore for at least a week. Now let's switch over to the good. Scott McLaughlin on top earlier today. Alex Palou on top to round out the day.
Yeah, I mean, great pace from Team Penske. No surprise there. They locked out the front row last year. And Alex Palou, he has been a sleeper already. I mean, this has been – it's been an interesting one. Because,
are you making fun of me?
No, I'm not. I'm being dead serious because he didn't run a lot of laps. He wasn't kind of flashy in what he was doing, but when he was out there on his own, the car was quick. He started running more in traffic this afternoon. The car was quick, but he didn't run a ton of laps compared to a lot of the other cars. You know, Ganassi had that stretch of being very quick, 21, 2, 3, but didn't really have the same kind of pace last year. It really looks like they've turned it up. And shout out also to Andretti Global. Kyle Kirkwood had the fastest 4-lap average when you combined everything with the boost today. So, yeah, a lot to take away.
Okay, so now we're going to go with early favorites and sleepers for the month of May. And this is where the he's making fun of me is coming into play because I said early favorite, Alex Palou. I mean, that would make sense. 2 wins already. He tops the charts today. And then I said early sleeper, Kyle Kirkwood. He saes the guy with the fastest 4-lap average today you're calling a sleeper, but I'm going with it. It's Kyle Kirkwood.
I'm not sure we call that a sleeper. Okay, whatever. That's fine. You do you. Look, I really like the look of the Ganassi cars so far. They've been really strong, running in traffic. They could run very close together. They've had good single-lap pace as well. So I think my favorite's going to be Scott Dixon getting that second one. My sleeper, look, I'm going for big history, guys. Elio Castroneves.
Yes.
He looked fast. He looked confident. I think he's potentially got a shot for that 5th.
I love that. And Scott Dixon today saying that he felt more confident during this test than they did last year during this test. So all good things. Up next with the NTT INDYCAR Series, Barber Motorsports Park.